So yesterday, Micah Parsons decides that it was time for him to request a trade from the Dallas Cowboys, and he put out a long message on X. The thing is, with this whole situation, Micah Parsons does not hold the leverage here. The Dallas Cowboys 100% hold the leverage. He's currently under contract. He's under contract for 2025. He's going to be playing out the final year of his fifth-year option. And the Cowboys have the ability to franchise tag him for 2 straight years after this 2025 season. And so for Parsons, I think that he looked at the situation. He did not like the fact that the Cowboys have not offered him a deal. He does not like the fact that they haven't been able to come to some kind of agreement on Parsons staying around for the long haul in Dallas. And because of that, I think he tried to speed things up by putting out this long message. I personally don't think he actually wants to leave Dallas. I think this is just a way for him to try to put some kind of pressure onto Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office. And the one thing is, we do know that this is how Jerry Jones likes to operate. We saw it last season with him waiting till the final moments to sign both CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. Now, the thing that's slightly different, or I guess a lot different about this situation, is that neither of those guys took to social media and requested a trade. So this is clearly not exactly the same as last season. It's gotten much, much bigger in proportion because Parsons was willing to go out there and be public about his problems with how Jerry Jones has handled this entire situation. It did come out from Diana Russini of The Athletic that the Cowboys are not interested in trading Micah Parsons. And that's where, if you're the Cowboys and you're Jerry Jones and you get this information that Parsons has had it with the Cowboys, you have a few different options. You can say, oh man, I'm upset he doesn't want to be here. Let's trade him away and get some draft capital for the future. I just do not think that's an option the Cowboys are going to consider, because if you look at the roster where the Cowboys are now, I think they're going to be a very competitive team in 2025. They had so many different injuries last year, but the thing is, if you trade Micah Parsons away right now, and let's say you only get draft capital in return, even if you get some top-tier draft capital like 2 first-round picks, 3 first-round picks, that is not going to help you in 2025. So your team is going to be much worse in 2025, and I'm just not convinced that the Cowboys want to be patient and wait for all these draft picks to come to fruition 1 year, 2 years, 3 years down the line. And so that's where I just don't think trading him is an option. Now, if they got some crazy offer that maybe included a player, maybe you consider it, because I just don't think you should take a offer where you're only getting draft capital, because I think this team is ready to win right now. But if you got a player offered and some more draft picks, maybe you consider it. But I just think the odds of them actually trading Parsons is close to 0. And they don't have to. They have him under contract for 2025. And the question becomes, how far would Micah Parsons be willing to take this? Because let's say that the Cowboys still aren't coming to the table. They're still not having talks with Micah Parsons' agent. Is Parsons willing to sit out actual games? Because at that point, it hurts the Cowboys because they don't have their star player out there. It hurts Micah Parsons because he's losing full-on game checks. And right now, it looks like he's not willing to sit out or to not be at training camp. He is at camp. I saw earlier today, posted there from some reporters on Twitter, the day following his big trade demand, or that request, is that he was at practice. And my guess is because he doesn't want to get fined. And so I just don't see Parsons really willing to take it enough to miss games for the Dallas Cowboys. And let's say he does. Let's say he sat out the first game of the season, and you're the Cowboys. What do? Do you just keep waiting and saying, well, we don't want to take this kind of deal that you want. We're going to wait around until you decide to take what we want you to take? Or do they say, okay, fine, Micah, we'll give you this contract here? I just don't see it coming to a point where Parsons sits out the entire season, because then you come back into 2026 and you're in the same contract situation as the year prior, because the year basically doesn't count. So it's only August 2nd, and Jerry Jones likes to do contracts right before the season starts, because if you're Jerry Jones and one of your biggest goals is getting as much possible attention on the Dallas Cowboys, why would you get a deal done August 1st when you can get the same deal done September 1st and have every single person on the internet talking about you every single day? Why would you not pick option number 2? Because we all know that's one of Jerry Jones's biggest objectives is having eyes on the Dallas Cowboys, and Parsons requesting a trade gets eyes on the Dallas Cowboys. And so that's where I really think that this isn't going to go anywhere in the end. I think that fast forward to week 1, Micah Parsons is a Dallas Cowboy playing on a new deal, and all this was just noise in the background to get to the outcome of Parsons just signing a deal in the end. And so that's where I don't think this is going to go anywhere, and the Cowboys hold a leverage. I don't think Parsons is forcing their hand right now, in my opinion. So that's it for today. If you want more NFL content, feel free to subscribe, follow below, and I will see you guys next time.